What up, y'all? Hope y'all are doing great today. If you're in one of the areas affected by the snowstorm that hit the United States, I am. Hope you're doing well. Stay inside, don't drive, stay safe. What I'm doing is I'm using this as like a period of rest because I've been working my butt off the last 6 months trying to train MMA 6 days a week and complete the academy, which Saturday I graduated. So starting not next week, but the week or Saturday of next week is my first shift. So that'll be really cool. I still have a lot to learn, still have a lot to master, and during my probationary period, so really, really cool. I'm officially a probationary firefighter, and I'm so excited to like keep on learning and keep on mastering skills and just being more and more efficient at my job, so I may help people. Yeah, so I've used this week as kind of like a more restish week because it's been super busy with setting up for graduation. We had a family day thing with my department, so it's been super easy. So I really only got to the gym 3 or 4 days this week, which kind of I think it was might have been just three. So this week has been my rest period, but now we have a date for a fight, possibly. Trying to get my fighter account set up with the promotion I'm fighting for. It's being a pain in the butt, but I have a date I'm looking at. So starting next week, I'm jumping straight into it, training my absolute butt off for that fight, and training my absolute butt off to get proficient at skills and learn more about my job and whatnot, and just get super proficient at everything. Anyways, that's not why I'm making this video today. I thought I'd just give you that little update. Also, hope you guys like the buzz. Thought I'd give you guys a little update. The real reason we're here today for the word. A little late today. Usually I post it kind of in the afternoon. It's a little bit closer to evening time. I've been honestly just doing Jack Daily squat all day, and I'm sorry about that. I should have got this out sooner, but I've just been resting. But today we're going to be talking about the signs of the end times. A lot of that comes from the book of, I believe, Matthew is what we're in today, or Mark of the book of Mark. And then next week on Sunday we will talk about the sorry, my brain's blanking, what the end times in it will look like. Unless I have shift that day, and I'll be working, or I can make the video while I'm on shift. It depends on what my officer says, but we'll see what happens with that. I might put it out a little earlier. I got most of these highlights done on Tuesday, so I've been kind of slacking this week. I should have not been, but I have. So please forgive me. But we're gonna start this with the signs of the end of the age. It says, while he's sitting on the Mount of Olives across from the temple, Peter, James, John, and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when will these things happen, and what will be the sign when all things are about to be accomplished?" Jesus told him, "Watch out that no one deceives you. Many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and they will deceive many. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, don't be alarmed. These things must take place, but it is not yet the end. For nation will rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes, in various places and famines. These are the beginning of birth pains." And that is Mark chapter 13, verses 3 through, my goodness, I should have got put on my reading glasses, 3 through 8. So let's talk about this because I think this is important. We already see some of these signs. We already see how it talks for nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be wars and rumors of wars. Like, we see this stuff happening. Like, we had, I don't know if it's still as bad as it was. We have the Ukraine and Russia conflict going on. We have Israel fighting Palestine stuff going on. We have so many different things going on. There's stuff going on with different places around the world where they're fighting for territory, and all these places. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. Just there's a lot going on. That is kind of what this kind of looks like. What we read in Mark chapter 13, verse 8. It says, "For nation will rise up against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places and famines. These are the beginning of birth pains." Like, we already see this kind of like rumors of wars and kingdoms rising up against kingdoms kind of happening. And I just want to like kind of key into that. Another thing, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Another thing I kind of want to key into. Excuse me, sorry, let me silence my phone for a sec. Goodness gracious. Another thing. My phone is being stupid. Forgive me. Another thing I want to kind of key into. It says, Jesus told them in Mark chapter 13, verse 5, "Watch out that no one deceives you. Many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and they will deceive many." We see a lot of false doctrine being preached right now, a lot of false things that people like to twist from the Bible. We see a lot of that already happening, those kind of like false teachings. That's just kind of what I see. And then it says in verses 9 through verses 9 through verses 12, I apologize. I do not know what's going on with me today. "But you be on your guard. They will hand you over to local courts, and you will be flogged in synagogues. You will stand before governors and kings because of me as a witness to them. It is necessary that the gospel be preached to all nations. So when they arrest you and hand you over, don't worry beforehand what you will say, but say whatever is given to you at that time. For it isn't you speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Brother will betray brother to death, and a father his children. Children will rise against parents and have them put to death. You will be hated by everyone of my name, but the one who endures to the end will be saved." And we kind of, like I said, we kind of already see, like, not like this to the full extent, but we see the beginning of this. We see Christians being persecuted more and more and more in places that they, like, even in America, like, we can see Christians being persecuted more and more and more. We see the killings in Nigeria and different places, Africa, those killings of Christians, the killings of Christians, like, all around the world. We're seeing this bit by bit start to build up, and not to the full extent of what this verse is saying, but we are starting to see that beginning, getting the ball rolling. And then we go on to verse 32 of Mark chapter 13. It says, I can flip my paper. "Now concerning that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Watch, be alert, for you don't know what the time is coming. It is like a man on a journey who left his house, gave authority to his servants, gave each one his work, and commanded the doorkeeper to be alert. Therefore, be alert, since you don't know when the master of the house is coming, whether in the evening or at midnight, or at the crowing of the rooster, or early in the morning. Otherwise, when he comes suddenly, he might find you sleeping. And what I say to you, I say to everyone, be alert." And that kind of just sums up our signs of the end times. I'm going to get a little more in depth. This is a shorter one because it's not super duper crazy, but it says, "Be alert and be on your guard, for no one knows the day nor the hour. Not the Son does not know, nor the angels in heaven know." What does that mean? It means that we can look at these signs, but that doesn't mean we know the exact day or time. And if anybody's saying they know the exact day or time, they are wrong, and they are trying to preach a false doctrine. It literally says no one, not even the Son himself, not God the Son, not the angels, no, only God the Father knows when that day is. Now, what does this also mean? We can look at these signs and we can tell that it is near, but we will not know the exact day nor the exact time. Now, what do I think? What is my opinion? How do I discern this? I believe that we are seeing the beginning of end times, the very beginning of the birth pains, as God would say, the very, very beginning. Not quite there yet, but we're seeing the very beginning of birth pains. And also, as I go through what happens during the end times, there's some things I want to touch on that also kind of show some things that are kind of revealing of we're kind of in those moments. Now, that doesn't mean I'm saying I know when they are. I don't. Like I said, nobody does, but I'm saying the way I discern this, the way I'm reading the gospel, and what I believe the Lord is saying in this is that we are in those beginning of birth pains. We are in that right now. We see the nation against nation. We see the false doctrine being imposed on people. We see sorry, my brain's not functioning properly, but we see these false doctrines, these nations rising against nation, and I just want to say, be on your guard, be alert, be ready. Don't be the one caught, and for lack of a better word, with your pants down, not being right with the Lord, because he could come at any day. So please be ready. And I also say this with a very heavy heart, because I recently, I'm not going to say that this person's name. I'm not going to say how I know them. I don't know them well, but I recently had to go to a memorial service for a person that's, for lack of a better, for just to put in perspective their age, not old enough to smoke or drink. I had to go to a person's memorial service, and I had to watch their family broken. And it makes me very sad, because I don't know if that person was Christian. And it it sucks because I wanna believe he is, but at the end of the day, every person that dies not knowing the Lord, sorry, that dies not knowing the Lord is going to hell, and that is it's really 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 saddening. So please don't just be alert for yourself, but talk to others about the Lord. Get others to the Lord, because you never know when you might have to put someone to rest or watch a family grieve as they put someone to rest. So please, 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 please be alert and spread the gospel, spread the message of the Lord. It is the most important thing you can ever do in your whole entire life. Hope y'all are having a blessed day. Get some rest. If you're snowed in like I am, get some rest. Or if you really do want to train, this was hard for me to tell myself no because I really wanted to train, but I'm like, all right, this week is my week of rest after I graduated, and now I have fight camp coming up. So this is my week of rest. But if you're not in that period of, you need a week of rest, do some shadow boxing, do some wrestling drills, like do some stuff you can do at home on your own. Anyways, hope you're all having a blessed day. Drink water, get your protein, stay safe out there. It's kind of crazy where I'm at. Peace out, y'all.